Hi friends, welcome to CSS Education Hub channel. As I told you in my last video that my upcoming video is based on locators. How we use the locator in the script. In last video I explained you all 8 locators, and in this video I am going to give you a practical example. So we will start. These 8 locators. Theoretical part already I discussed in my last video. So let's start. Okay, first we have to launch with this code. We launch an empty browser. Okay, after that we have to navigate to Amazon. Okay, this will navigate to this line. We are writing just to check whether which line is executing properly or not. Okay, just to make it easy. Okay, we save the file and run. See, this is working properly. Okay, navigate to Amazon site. So let's have a start. Okay, so first we are using Chrome browser. This is Amazon. Okay, so let's suppose we want to click here Amazon.in. How to inspect it? Just right click on inspect. Okay, once it will come, you have to see. See, this is for this one. This is for this one. When you move the cursor, it will change. You can see this thing. So we want to click in your Amazon.in. This is your Amazon.in. Okay. We can identify this element using ID, class, text, so many things. But so I used CSS Locator. Okay. So how to write this one? As you remember what I told you, CSS Locator identify the element by using @ID and @class attribute. Okay, if @class attribute is there, we have to use dot symbol, and if @ID attribute is there, we have to use hash symbol. Okay, so you can see this one is ID, so this means we need to use hash symbol. Okay, so how to write? Driver dot find element by is a class. All these things I told you already. I told you my dot CSS selector. You have to use hash. Okay. Dot click. See, right now find element. What is the find element? What is dot click? This thing I will discuss you later, but in this session we are totally focused on locator, 8 locators. Okay, so this file I saved according to the script. What I want, that it should cursor will move here and it will click here. After clicking here, it will navigate to this page. Okay, so my output will also be like this only. We'll give one statement. CSS selector locator. Okay, See, first go to Chrome browser, launch Amazon website. After that it should click your amazon.in. See, our result is according to our actual result is according to our expected result. This is clear. See, this one also working fine. Now second locator. So this CSS locator we used in your Amazon. Okay, now you want to use ID. Okay, so once we click here, it will navigate to this page. So we want to expect this item. See, if we click here, see, this is for email or phone number. This is not the correct one. This is visible text. See, but we want this one. We have to write here. So see, this is for that one. So you can see here ID is present. Okay, ID value is app_email. Okay, so we are going to use this ID. How to use? Driver dot find element then by is a class dot ID and then value. This is the value, but in this one we want to pass some value. Suppose we want to pass ajita@gmail.com. okay, this value we want to pass. So here we can write this thing. I will explain you in my upcoming session, but today's session is totally based on locator. So see, here I used ID locator. In here I use the CSS locator. Okay, so ID locator I used. See, we are checking it is working according to expected result or not. See, just stopped here. It is working properly. So we are just copying this one. Just for our understanding, we are giving this a statement. Otherwise, no use of this println statement. ID locators. Okay, it is also executed. So you can understand what I told you. ID locators search with ID attribute. See, here is the ID attribute with this value. So ID attributes also done. ID attributes is used. I used in email ID. Okay. Now name. So once you enter the this is what we are doing manually. So we have to click on continue, correct? After filling this value. So after that we have to inspect this continue. This is the continue, correct? So here you can see ID is also there, class name is also there. You can use anything. Okay. So what we are using? We can use we can use class. Okay, if you are using this class, it will not work. We have to use this one. What is this? A button type. Okay, you have to copy this one, or we can use ID also, but ID already I gave you one example. So here I will use class. driver dot find element by dot c class name. Correct. Now give the value. What is the value? Already we copied. If we copy paste of that value now, so it will give the exact. Suppose by mistake I give one space, it will not detect the properly. So it's better. After that, what we need to do? Dot click. Correct. It's showing C should be small. So manually we are writing this one and click continue. Okay, so here it should automate like this. See, this is only one tab which I opened in my Chrome. Once I started this one, another Chrome will open. Don't get confused. Okay, see, you just run and remove your hand from the mouse. You just see your script is working properly or not. See, it's working properly. At least it clicked on the continue. Whatever error, that is another thing. This is not depends on our script. Anyway, it's showing that this mail ID is not proper. So now what should be my next step? Class name also I used. So after that, click continue. After continue, this password is coming. So again we have to inspect this password, and according to the value we have to write in our script. So see, password, ID, name, so many things are there we can use. Okay, but here I am going to use this class name is for continue button. Correct. See, one name I want to give. And how to verify whether your Xpath is working? If you are using Xpath, then your Xpath is working Xpath is correct or not. So we have to verify like this. This is password, correct? Input type password. Once you put here, it will make it as a yellow mark. If you put your cursor here, it show you which element it's identifying. Okay, so it's identifying the correct element. This Xpath is correct. Okay, so class name locator. Okay, driver dot find element. I'm using Xpath locator. Xpath. See what is the value. Input type equal to, see, this input I mentioned because here input is there, and this type I mentioned because type is there and type value is this one. Don't get confused. In my last video I already explained you everything, theoretical part. Here I am just showing you an example how it works. So after inspecting here, we have to send the value, correct? So we have to send the value. Some error is there, we have to check. Xpath is a string. Xpath is a string dot send keys, because we have to send a value, correct? Still it's not connecting. This is the bracket for that one. But we have to close the bracket again. We have to close the bracket dot send keys. Okay, it is a string, so of course it should be in double quote. This is done. This element I identify using the Xpath locator. So again I am giving one print statement. Xpath. Now save this file, run. First see what should be the expected result. After putting this, we have to click on login. Okay, till now we are identifying only up to here. I didn't click on login in my script, so it should stop there. See, it is working properly. It should send keys and then it should stop. This is the expected result. What is the problem? Oh, it's not working. Some error is there. We have to check. Xpath input at the rate. It's not detecting the element. At the rate input at the rate type. We have to check what is the error. See, no such element, unable to locate, means this identifier is not correct. Again we should write driver dot find element by dot Xpath. Okay, then double quote. Input at the rate. Then we should, it's better if we copy from here. Control-C, Control-V, correct? some internet connection problem is there. So it's throwing an error. Actually it's not able to identify the element. Again, to identify, see what is our mistake here. Type should be password. Okay, again I refresh the page and again I inspect. See, this is the proper one. Again we have to verify whether it is proper one or not. We just put it here, password. Yeah, it is proper one. What I mentioned, input as a 1 2 3, it wrote 3 dot means 1 2 3. Okay, so here we have to write the password, test, and save. So this Xpath is also working properly. Now next, locator Xpath for password. Okay, now still name, link text, partial link text we didn't use. So again go manual, test. After input your password, we have to click on login button. Login button, for here ID is there, class is there, type is there. So you can use ID. Okay, ID is a unique. This is automated, that one, so that's why I closed. Driver dot find element by dot, I'm using ID locator, ID and after inspecting this login button we have to click. So we are writing dot click. Okay, so what is our expected result? After input this password, click on login button, it should display this page. Okay, so now ID. Okay, again see whether it is displaying as our expected result or not. Always actual result should be equal to expected result. Correct, and it's login, and see it's also displaying the same page. See, this is our automated script Chrome and this is our, both is same. Correct, this is a dynamic page, so that's why these things are changing. Again I closed. See, ID locator is also displaced, means this one is also working properly. Now next locator is name, link text, partial link text, tag name. So what we need to do, or suppose we want to click here. Okay, your browsing history, inspect this one. Your browsing history is a URL, means it will navigate you to another page. This one is correct, your browser history. Correct. So suppose we use the find element by dot link text. Okay, in link text what we have to write? Suppose we are writing this one. And after identifying this, your browser history means after fetching this element, we want to click on this element. Okay, save this one. This one is for link text locator, correct? See, it is working properly or not. Yeah, see, it clicks here and it's showing this one. If you want to verify, see, after clicking here, it's showing same page. This means actual result is equal to expected result. This link text. Now partial link text. By is a class, then partial link text. In partial link text, we can write half also, okay? No need to write everything, your browser history, whole thing. We are using partial link text in a dynamic. Suppose some element is not a static, it is dynamic, changing. So whatever is static part, we are keeping there. So suppose here, this, we are not writing the whole one. Because if we are writing the whole one, this is behave same as a link text. Okay. We want the partial link text. So to verify it is working, we are writing only up to Amazon. Okay. Dot click. Okay. Want to click there. See whether it is working or not. We identify the element properly or not. Actually, to identify the element is the most important thing in the Selenium. Correct? See, it clicked here now. That means partial link text is also working. So link text is done with which one? With your browsing history, correct? And partial link text is done with your Amazon. Now still a name and tag name still we didn't use. Driver dot find element by is a class, okay, dot name. So suppose we want to click here, okay, there's no name, okay, so we want to click here. For name attribute should be there, then only we can give the value. Just refresh one. Here also no name attribute is there. Okay, we can do one thing. Again we click here. Normally name, ID, these things are unique one. Of course here, see here name is there, name with email, correct? As you remember, we used ID. We can use ID here, we can use name also. So in last script I used ID locator just to show you how name locator is work. Now I modify with name, okay? So here see ID with this modifying name, and the value is only email, correct? We save it, see whether it is working properly or not. Some problem is there in email. Some error is there. Where is that error? Oh yeah, sorry, I have to remove this line. See, it generate one more Chrome browser, automate to Amazon. Click, it should click on your Amazon, login, password, login. It's working properly with ID as well as name, both. Locator is working properly. See, everything gives output. Last is our partial link text. Partial link text, that means all locator is working fine and all locator is we used in a proper way. So these are here only. I will going to mention email ID because both I gave you instance ID also, name also. Now the last locator is tag name. Tag name, it will be always used along with the find elements method, which is used to identify the multiple similar elements in an application. See, when I mention find element, it will search only one element, but when I'm going to write find elements, it will search multiple elements. So this is another concept. So for this I will give you another session. Find element, find elements, what is the difference between these two, element and elements. These all are very important thing. Today session is totally based on locator, so all locators I discussed with you. I gave you practical example also how we are using in our script. Thank you so much.